it remains for me the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my lifetime. You know, raped as a child, bad. Re-raped by a political system that ordains a clown, really bad.
Strong words. That was the always delightfully political actress Ashley Judd, who is now calling for a politics-free space. She believes they should exist all around because she said she was triggered at a college basketball game. Judd took to her Facebook writing this, in part, quote, "He said to me with open hostility as he was backing away, quote, 'We like Trump.' I feel very sad that this happened and frankly scared," she writes. "We absolutely need apolitical spaces in this country." Joining me now with her thoughts on this, Dana Lash, who is host of Dana on the Blaze TV. Dana, good evening. We've been talking about free speech here tonight. She has the right to say whatever she wants to say. But the argument that she is living in a place that reminds her of Hitler and that this election is worse than when she was raped as a child, which is, obviously a horrific history that she's had to live through. But, give us your perspective here on where this is all, what this is all about.
Martha, I think she's nuts. I think she's absolutely crazy. Everything is literally Hitler to these people. She calls for an apolitical space, but what she's actually calling for is only a political space in which everyone shares her exact belief system. That's it. I feel so bad for this guy. She's at a basketball game in Kentucky. She was born in L.A., and so now she wants to act like she's one of the people. And she goes to this basketball game, and this guy goes up to her, and she enjoys being recognized any other time. And he talks with her, takes a picture, and then all he says is, "We like Trump." That simple statement is enough to trigger her. She goes into this full-on meltdown, and then, and I wrote a book on this called Flyover Nation, she does exactly what I write in the book. She then, in turn, responds on Facebook exactly how people from Hollywood and people from the coastal elites, how they respond to people from Flyover area. Big Stone Gap guy. This guy was from Big Stone Gap, a place, by the way, Martha, that went overwhelmingly for Trump, as Kentucky went for Trump. And so she basically says, well, I'm sorry, in her Facebook post, that you and all of Big Stone Gap voted for the KKK and you're all full of misogynists, because that was her response. Her response was to characterize this guy as a misogynist and a racist simply because he said, "We like Trump." I think she's unhinged. I think she needs mental help, honestly, because every time she tops herself, it goes above and beyond every time.
I guess the question is why the hysteria? Separating it from Ashley Judd for a moment and her own, personal whatever she's dealing with. This belief that it's okay to say these sorts of things to people, American citizens who voted for someone different than you did, we've gotten into a very, talk about an unsafe space. That's an unsafe space.
Yeah, I mean, that is an unsafe space to demand that, not everyone can exercise their free speech opinion. She's in Kentucky, for crying out loud. This is Ashley Judd. She's in Kentucky. Kentuckians are going to talk about that they like them some Trump. They voted for Trump. It's no different than if she goes anywhere else in flyover country.
Before we leave you, here's the quote of the night for Ashley Judd and for our friends at Middlebury and all the places where people want to hear both sides of the argument. If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent, we will be led like sheep to the slaughter. George Washington, 1783. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.